Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MaxSpeedTV, as we are here tonight doing the Upstate Racing League Coaches Corner Pro Late Model Series as they present their all-star race right here at Martinsville Speedway. Welcome all, welcome everyone. Tonight, I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus. I hope you all are excited as I am for tonight's event. Final moments of practice underway right now. A lot of drivers trying to get in some last lap test and tune situations. Gonna be a great all-star race here tonight. Multiple segments. Lots of that going to go down here as we're gonna have 3 segments here tonight. Lowest score wins. So by finishing in first place, you will score 1 point. If you finish in, let's say 20th, you will score 20 points. All points will be accumulated and the lowest score will win. There will be a full invert from session 1 finishing order to session 2 to session 3. It is going to be a little bit tricky tonight, so we're going to have to work through some stuff as this is going to be difficult to pull off with the handicap that iRacing has thrown us. But I'll tell you what, right now, Guillaume Fortin sitting on top of the speed charts, looking very stout here in the 13 machine. Coming up next will be the qualifying session. Do not forget, guys, on Tuesday, the Racing for a Cause Vapor Trail Clothing Series will be at Dover Speedway for the Dover 100. And then next, well, that's incorrect. So, yeah, we're already doing our Upstate Racing League. But next week, they will be kicking off on Thursday. Make sure you tune in on Thursday for the next Upstate Racing League, as they are back at Martinsville for the Rumar Vinyl Graphics Martinsville race. Guys, this is going to be an outstanding event here tonight. We have just a few cars still out on track, cranking out some lap times. .413 of Wayne McDuff, sporting the Cerebral Palsy Foundation on his hood. Wayne McDuff and Justin McDuff are brothers. Both of them are out here tonight. Justin McDuff in the 20. And both of these guys, they did have a brother who unfortunately passed on last year. They are out here tonight. Both of them are very stout drivers in their own right. I get to race with Wayne McDuff, hopefully here in just a little bit after tonight's event. We're gonna try and jump over to Racing for a Cause Dirt Series that is on Sunday night. So hopefully we will compete once again there. It's always a great time, always proud to race against some of these guys that I broadcast with. Always an experience, always a good time. Checkered flag falling on this practice session, so we're gonna move right into qualifying. Qualifying gonna be very quick here. Drivers are going to take to their spots here. We will see, I believe, 3-car group qualifying. If you guys haven't done so yet, get fired up in either YouTube chat or Twitch chat. Give a shout out to your favorite driver. Let me know who you are rooting for. Ryan Rogers, first car out on track. Green flag gonna come out for the 12 machine. Chris Stump not too far behind him. Justin McDuff in the 20. Out on track as well. Chase driver Justin McDuff. Chase driver Brian Rogers. Rogers in that 12 machine. Coming to complete his second lap. Right now he is third on the speed chart. And that is where he is gonna stay. Chris Stump in the 98 sitting on our Rumar Vinyl Graphics pole position. That 98 machine very stout week in and week out. Justin McDuff in the 20. Right now he is sitting in second place. Guillaume Fortin in the 13. Guillaume right now sitting in second. Oh, sweet stuff. Sean Cool in the 24 machine. Arcing it off the corner here. Coming around to complete a lap. We'll see where that 24 machine is going to get slotted as he is running that high side. Sweet stuff right now in 7th place, but he is going to hug that yellow line. We go on board with Sweet Stuff himself. Sean Cool in the 24 up off of turn number 4. Gonna try and turn a good lap here. Across the line he goes. He is gonna move from 8th place up to 3rd. So Sweet Stuff with a great lap. It doesn't look like anyone is out on the track right now, so we're going to step away, play our national anthems, and we will be right back.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our heat race number one, or segment number one, if you will, is getting lined up right now, and it is time to go through our starting lineup. Chris Stump with the pull award, the Rumart Vinyl Graphics pull award. Chase driver, chase contender, race winner here in the Upstate Racing League. Gonna start row one inside, row one on the outside will be the 69 of Matt Cucker, who is in his own right an all-star here in this Upstate Racing League. Row two, Sean Cool in the 24 and Guillaume Fortin in the 13. Row three will be the 20 of AJ Hamill, or I'm sorry, Justin McDuff, and the 18 of AJ Hamill. Row four will be the 12 of Brian Rogers and the 96 of Al Smith. Row five will be the 16 of Paul Henley and the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Row six will be the 61 of Dan Dubuque and the 413 of Wayne McDuff. Row seven will be the 45 of Doug Wysocki and the 30 of Will Dravicki. Will Dravicki and Paul Henley all sporting spectacularly painted. You see the 16 and the 30 there. The 09 Motorsports team, man, do they have some stout looking cars for this all-star race here tonight. Here we go, folks. Chris Stump, control car. Green flag is out. Here we go for the Upstate Racing League all-star event right here at Martinsville. Down into turn number one, they go side by side. Stump gonna get a good run off the corner. Matt Cucker in this 69 gonna lose a little bit of ground, but he is gonna look to make that up as fast as possible. And the 13 of Guillaume Fortin on the outside of Sean Cool in the 24. Sweet Stuff himself looking to hug that yellow curb as tight as possible. Guillaume gonna lose a little bit of ground up off corner exit. Not able to stay even with Sean Cool, but does stick to his back bumper just enough that he can't clear. And now Sean Cool does get him cleared. Guillaume gonna drop into fourth place as the field gets single file. Remember, total points will be added up. 1 point for winning the race, 13 points for finishing 13th. That right now is the 30 machine of Will Dravicki. Lowest point score wins tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, 14th place in the 45 is Doug Wysocki. We got 14 cars starting here tonight. Doug Wysocki having 14 points at the moment. Not looking too good for the 45 machine. It's like golf. The lowest score wins. Meanwhile, the battle up front, very close, very intense, as the 98 of Chris Stump trying to fend off the 69 of Matt Cucker. As we go on aboard with Cucker. Right on the back bumper of Stump. Field very single file right now. 33 laps for this race for our opening segment. Drivers all very much nose to tail right now. Guillaume in the 13 sitting in fourth. Justin McDuff in the 20. He right now is in fifth place. There will be a full invert between each segments. So the 98 is Stump. Even if he wins this one, he is going to have to start at the back. All points will be tallied up at the end of this event. The winner will be declared by that. The 18 of AJ Hamill running a Skull Bandit throwback paint scheme. Looking very sharp. Very good paint scheme in my opinion. Drivers all working very tightly to that yellow curb. The 69 of Cucker thinking about making a move here. Not quite pulling it off. Putting a lot of pressure on the 98 of Chris Stump. But Chris Stump, solid driver in his own right. Former professional driver. Used to travel on a regular basis across this country running the AMA late models, I believe it was. I need to check my notes here that I don't have, but very talented driver, Chris Stump. Meanwhile, the 16 of Paul Henley, 09 Motorsports driver, he is sitting in 8th place. As he's going to get into that outside wall off the corner. Henley started 9th, currently running in 8th. It's Al Smith right behind him. Al Smith in the 96 machine, putting a lot of pressure on that 16, very possibly why he got into the wall. We see a little bit of damage on the right front of Al Smith as well. As we go on aboard with this 96 machine. Al Smith sporting the coach's corner on his hood. Coach's corner also. Oh man, Al had to check up a little bit there. Almost got into the back of the 16 of Henley. That is going to allow Henley to open up a bit of a gap here. Meanwhile, Cucker looking to the inside of Chris Stump. Cucker's going to make the move and complete the pass through 1 and 2. Now, Matt Cucker, your new race leader. Put the 69 in front as he is going to lead his first lap of this event. Chris Stump led 16 laps here. Danny Dubuque right now in the 61 machine, all over the back of the 30 of Will Dravicki. Dravicki in that 30 machine, sitting in 11th place. Started 14th. He's going to make a move to the inside here of Mike Holtzclaw. Oh man, almost making contact there. Very, very tight racing, very, very close. Meanwhile, your race leader, Matt Cucker, has managed to open up a gap over Chris Stump. As we look out the back of the 69 machine, we got 12 laps to go in our opening segment. It looks like Chris Stump now starting to fall back into the clutches of the 24 Sweet Stuff, Sean Cool. Starting to see some separation between the fields here. The 12 machine of Brian Rogers, right now he is sitting in 7th place. We go on board with Rogers. Looks like he has gotten into the outside wall at some point. A little bit of damage on that right front fender. But Brian Rogers in that Pepsi on board camera here, getting around very smoothly. Martinsville, a difficult track to navigate quickly. And Rogers right now, he is in the middle of the field. So when the invert happens, should it this first segment end right now, he would restart right here, right where he took off or left off. It would be interesting to see if Matt Cucker and Chris Stump can work their way through the field here on this restart and the invert. If they finish first and second, will be very interesting to see how they can navigate through the field. So now 7 laps to go. Make it 6 as Cucker's going to cross the start finish line as your race leader. He has led for 11 laps so far. Cucker winning last race, opening up the chase with a win, as this Upstate Racing League has entered the chase last week. So round 1 of the chase completed. Round 2 gonna fire off this Thursday, so make sure you tune in for that right here on MaxSpeedTV or on Twitch at Outlaw77S. If you would like to choose your viewing platform, those are both available to you. Man, oh man, Matt Cucker opening up a huge gap over Chris Stump. And while Stump in the 98, Sean Cool in the 24, and the 13 of Guillaume Fortin making up your top 4, and rounding out your top 5 is the 20 of Justin McDuff, but right behind him is the 18 of A.J. Hamill. And behind Hamill is the 12 of Brian Rogers. Then we have a big gap back to the 30 of Wildra Vicky, and then the 96 of Al Smith. And then finally rounding out your top 10 is the 16 of Paul Henley. But with 2 laps to go, Matt Cucker having a great opening segment here. You can see the white flag here for this segment. Cucker one more time around here, gonna score himself 1 point, which is what he wants here. He just wants to win 1 point. Remember, you score a point based off your finishing order. So first place gonna get 1 point. So give it to the 69 of Matt Cucker. Second going to Chris Stump, Sean Cool third. Fourth place gonna be Guillaume, and Justin McDuff rounds out your top 5, scoring 5 points here tonight. Keep in mind, lowest score wins. And Matt Cucker gonna be our segment 1 winner. We're gonna switch over into a quick warm-up session. See if we can't get a quick word in with Matt Cucker in the 69. Matt, how you doing out there tonight?
I'm all right, hanging in there.
Good, good. You win our opening segment. What's the car feel like out there?
Car's feeling really good, actually. At the beginning there, it was a little tight, and I was just trying to save the right front, and then through the run, it just got better and better, and I was really happy with it.
Well, man, you're looking very stout, very fast here. Segment 2, you're gonna have to start at the back. How do you feel about your chances of getting through the field?
33 laps is not a long time, so we're gonna have to try to get what we can out of it. And if we get in front of other people, I'll be happy. But I ain't expecting a win. I'm just trying to move up as much as I can, keep my nose clean.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you here in the next segment. We'll keep a sharp eye out on you.
Alrighty, thank you.
That was our segment 1 winner, the 69 of Matt Cucker. All right, we're going to be switching over now into our feature event. Our starting lineup gonna look something like this. Wayne McDuff in the 413. .45 of Doug Wysocki on his outside. Row 2 will be the 24 of Sean Cool. No, it won't. It's all sorts of messed up. Hit the wrong button at the wrong time. Wayne McDuff, Doug Wysocki, row 1. Row 2, Mike Holtzclaw, and the 61 of Dan Dubuque. Row 3 will be the 16 of Paul Henley and the 96 of Al Smith. The 30 of Will Dravicki and the 12 of Brian Rogers right behind them in row 4. Row 5 will be the 18 of A.J. Hamill and Justin McDuff. Row 6 will be the 11 or the 13 of Guillaume Fortin and the 24 of Sean Cool. And then at the very back of this will be the 98 of Chris Stump and the 69 of Matt Cucker. Matt Cucker winning his opening segment. And you can see he has got his work cut out for him. 33 laps to do our heat race in. Not a heat race, I'm sorry. The feature green flag out. Cucker taking us for this restart down into turn number 1. Wayne McDuff with the lead. And McDuff pulling away here as Chris Stump gonna make a move to the inside of Sean Cool as we got a big pile up on the front stretch. Oh my goodness. Huge stack up. Several cars getting into this mix. We're gonna go to our instant replay here. We are working our first caution. Field side by side, nice and clean here on the start. Wayne McDuff opening up a big gap. Man, he's gonna hate to see this restart come back to him. But coming up off the corner, one of the 09 Motorsports drivers just had a big wiggle. Looks like the 16 of Paul Henley gonna catch the curb, has to catch the car, causes the 45 of Doug Wysocki to get up into the wall, and then just a big stack up behind him. Big junk, but the 69 of Matt Cucker on the brakes hard. Looks like he may have avoided any damage on that thing. Several drivers taking the pit road here. And guys, we're gonna step away for a quick moment.
This portion of the Upstate Racing League's Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series is brought to you by Coach's Corner. There's no place like home. Airborne Graphics, Arts Barbershop, White Knuckle Clothing, Best Colorful Creations, and Brian Rogers Motorsports, proud sponsor of the Brian Rogers Motorsports Rookie of the Year.
Field cycling around under yellow here. We got 5 laps completed of our 34 lap event. Our race analysis of tonight's main event here. Pit road speed limit is 35 miles an hour, slight breeze. As you can see, we will not be taking fuel or tires here tonight. 33 laps for 16.5 miles. Very short, very quick race here tonight. This is their all-star event, so they wanted to make it short and sweet. Chris Stump in the 98 still on pit road. Brian Rogers in the 12 packed up, headed home. Here we go. Green flag racing, the 413 of Wayne McDuff. Another good start, but he has got to worry about the 69 of Matt Cucker as he is coming through the field very quickly. And Wayne out front here as we are working lap 7 of 34. Will Dravicki in the 30 has moved into second place. That stack up, that damage, a lot of cars hitting pit road. We now have confirmation that Danny Dubuque is done, as well as the Wayne McDuff machine is going to go for a spin from the lead. Wayne McDuff, our race leader, going for a ride here. We go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Wayne crossing the start finish line, going down into turn number 1. Will Dravicki in the 30 right behind him, coming up off the corner. Dravicki gonna get into him. And that is gonna spin Wayne. Our new leader is the 24, Sean Cool. But right behind him is the 69 of Matt Cucker. Should that 69 machine finish where he is at in second place, that will give him 3 points total on this event tonight. 3 points. Lowest score wins. That's going to be very hard to beat. And he has every opportunity to win this second stage. AJ Hamill gonna restart second row inside. And on his outside will be the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Al Smith in the 96 on pit road, trying to get away before he goes one lap down. Caution flag waving here still. Justin McDuff in the 20 with some damage on his right rear. The 13 machine of Guillaume got a little door donut. Nice little parting gift from somebody trying to get down underneath him. Lights out on the pace car. We're about halfway through this main event. Lights are out on the pace car. Everyone's starting to line up. We do have 3 drivers that have gone home. We got 11 out on track. Doug Wysocki in 11th. He is currently 3 laps down. Al Smith in 10th. He is 1 lap down. Here we go, folks. The 24 Sweet Stuff gonna get a good jump over the 69 of Matt Cucker. And Sweet Stuff himself gonna dive it down into turn number 1, but the 69 of Matt Cucker just really gets through that entire corner from start to finish very well. Closing the gap on Sean Cool. 1, 2, and 3, 24, 69, 18. Sean Cool, Matt Cucker, and AJ Hamill. Those are your top 3 drivers right at the moment. Sean Cool fending off the 69, doing all he can. That 69, week in, week out, is someone that you have to contend with. 19 laps to go. Now make it 18 as they are working their way around this very short half-mile Martinsville Speedway paperclip. We will be here in full force this coming Thursday. That will be January 31st. Make sure you tune in right here for that race, as we will have a full field for you. But this was tonight's All-Star event. To qualify for the All-Star event, you had to have been a chase driver or won the pole position. And we got a smaller field than normal. Nonetheless, the driving has been great all around. The 30 of Will Dravicki gonna get around the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Holtzclaw in that 22 Mission 22 OPR machine. OPR standing for On Pit Road. Great little blog. Make sure you check it out. Mission 22, a great cause as well. Speaking of Mission 22, if you haven't heard, the boys of OP Racing, we're doing a 24-hour event at Charlotte to support the Mission 22. You need more information, make sure you hit up us here at MaxSpeedTV. We can direct you to that 24-hour race. They are still looking for drivers and teams to compete in that 24-hour NASCAR race at Charlotte. So with 12 laps to go, Sean Cool for the moment fending off Matt Cucker in the 69. But Matt all over that back bumper. Now he's gonna move to the high side here, try and get a run off the corner. Not able to generate enough speed down the straightaway. Sean Cool still holding him off, but Cocker gonna enter that corner really high, arc it off the corner down low. Again, doesn't have the speed there. Sean Cool holding him off. But you can see that Cocker picks up the throttle just a little bit sooner. Now they're gonna have to pass the 96 Al Smith, as Smith gonna really hug that wall as he tried to stay out of the way, give everyone enough room. That was very, very tight, and Al Smith probably taking on a lot more damage than what he wanted to. Smith gonna hit pit road. You saw it in the background there. His day might be done, as we are got 9 laps to go here. AJ Hamill sitting in third. Now Cucker gonna make a move to the inside here. Gonna force the 24 Sean Cool up. And Matt Cucker in the 69 not able to complete the pass. Sean Cool with that great run up off the corner. And so for the moment, Sean Cool holding on to the lead here. Sean Cool making it very difficult to pass for these guys. We got 7 laps to go. Top 4 drivers all sitting right there. Oh, big contact by the 18, the 69, and the 20. A little bit of accordion effect as the 69 maybe got into the corner a little easier than intended. Hamill gonna bumper slam him, which is then gonna cause the 20 to slam into him. down the straightaway into turns 3 and 4. This race really getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Four laps to go. Matt Cucker still trying to find a way around the outside, trying to get a run to the inside on the straightaway. Trying different lines, leaving that inside lane wide open for AJ Hamill, but Hamill just not able to do anything with that, as he is constantly looking to that inside line, just cannot fill the gap that is being left there. Sean Cool still holding on to this top spot here for the feature. But remember, it is a total points gain throughout tonight's event. 2 laps to go. Final lap, I should say. I apologize. Sean Cool in the 24. Final time down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Matt Cucker all over his back bumper. No bump and run provided here. Sean Cool gonna win our final segment. But may not have enough points accumulated to be the race winner or the overall all-star champion, as Matt Cucker in the 69 had 1 point, now 2 points added here tonight. We see some post-race activity between teammates, as the 30 of Will Dravicki is going to turn the 13 of Guillaume. Maybe a little bit too friendly of post-race activity. So guys, we're going to step away for a minute as we wait for the final tally to be added up. We'll be right back after this.
This portion of the Upstate Racing League's Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series on MaxSpeedTV is brought to you by Rumar Vinyl Designs. Let us get stuck on you. Lightning Strikes Pro Shop and HANSONS Starter Shop. This portion of the Upstate Racing League's Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series on MaxSpeedTV is brought to you by NHR, Eddie's Meat Market, Devil's Bowl Speedway, Vermont's fastest half mile, Atomic Graphics,
the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are here for our final segment of the Upstate Racing League Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series All-Star event right here at Martinsville Speedway. These drivers getting in their final warm-up. As I mentioned at the start of this broadcast, we may have some issues. Well, one of those issues was iRacing skipped our middle segment that we were supposed to have. They decided it wasn't worth having. Even though we wanted it, they were like, no, not gonna do it. So we've had to quickly open up another session, and we are getting ready to rock and roll here in the final segment that will determine how this field finishes. I can tell you right here, right now, we do have Matt Cucker at 3 points. He is the only one that I have currently been able to keep track of. Sean Cool scoring 1 point in that second segment, as he was the winner for segment number 2. So let's see if we can get a quick word in with Sweet Stuff himself. That is the 24 machine, Sean Cool. Sean, how you doing tonight?
Doing well. How are you?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm doing just fine. You won segment number 2. What do you think it's going to take to be the overall all-star winner here?
You're going to have to be able to pass. It's real difficult because everybody's really fast. You're also going to have to be able to maneuver through kind of situations that we're not really used to. The invert puts a very unique situation on all the drivers. You're kind of racing with guys you don't normally maybe race with for different, positions, and so you got to work around that and hopefully not get caught up in what happened in the second segment there.
Well, Sean, that was a big pileup that you were fortunately able to get through, but this race is getting moved on now, so good luck to you, and hopefully you will be determined our overall winner.
Hopefully we'll try and get it done. We'll see what happens. Thanks, KR.
That is Sean Sweet Stuff himself getting it done here in segment 2. But now it is time for the final segment, as this field starting to line up. And our final segment lineup will look like the 61 of Dan Dubuque and the 45 of Doug Wysocki, making it on to row number 1. Row 2 is going to be the 96 of Al Smith and the 16 of Paul Henley. Row 3 will be the 413 of Wayne McDuff and the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Row 4 will be the 30 of Will Dravicki and the 20 of Justin McDuff. Row 5 will be the 13 of Guillaume Fortin and the 18 of A.J. Hamill. Row 6 will be the 24 of Sean Cool and the 69 of Matt Cucker. So 34 laps here to go in this segment, our final segment. Danny Dubuque in the 61 out front with the HANSONS starter shop on the nose. Stout looking car for Danny Dubuque. On his outside is the 45 of Doug Wysocki. Here we go, folks. Hope you all are strapped in and ready, as we are in our final stage for this all-star event. Whoa, man. Green flag is out. Danny Dubuque, Doug Wysocki. Drag race down into turn number 1, neck and neck. Wysocki gonna stick to the way outside there. Dubuque clears him easily. Put the 61 out front. Here comes the 96 of Al Smith. Al Smith gonna slide into 3rd place, but the 16 of Paul Henley not gonna let him get away with it cleanly. Meanwhile, the 413 of Wayne McDuff looking all about taking advantage of an opening, as he is tucked in behind that 09 Motorsports driver of Paul Henley. McDuff right now sitting in 5th place. Meanwhile, Sean Cool trying to find a way through the field along with the 69 of Matt Cucker. Cucker having 3 points scored so far. Do believe that is the lowest points tally here accumulated. But Sean Cool looking to make 2 wins here. Oh, is the 30 and the 24 gonna make contact? Sean Cool's gonna go around. Matt Cucker going around. Big stack up, no yellow. As the yellows might be turned off for this. Matt Cucker got caught up in that. That is gonna leave Danny Dubuque out front. Sean Cool and Guillaume Fortin on the pit road with heavy damage. Will Dravicki in the 30 right now. He is currently in 10th place. You can see he is behind the 69 of Matt Cucker, but they have lost a lot of ground on the field here. The big stack up has left Matt Cucker way off pace. Will Dravicki as well, and it has sent Guillaume Fortin and Sean Cool on the pit road. Meanwhile, the 61 of Danny Dubuque, he is all about this, running out front and loving every minute of it. Meanwhile, our brothers in the field, that is Wayne McDuff in 5th, Justin McDuff in 6th. We saw McDuff get caught up into that just a little bit. As we look out the back of Wayne McDuff, Wayne was leading segment 2 before he got turned by the 30 of Dravicki. You can just see the purple machine of Justin McDuff in that 20. Justin, a chase contender in the Upstate Racing League. Make sure you tune in Thursday night for those guys as they resume race number 2 of the chase, or I should say as they resume the chase in race number 2. But Al Smith in the 96 having a great showing here in segment 3, the final segment. He is challenging for the race lead. He is all over the back bumper of the 61, Danny Dubuque. We are on lap 12 of 34. Our Lightning Strikes Pro Shop onboard camera taking us around for a couple laps here at Martinsville. You see the flames shooting out the 61's exhaust. That's how you know they're getting off the throttle. That is unburnt fuel shooting out the pipes. I'll tell you what, man, that is just a little extra thing that this iRacing simulator has that just brings it that much closer to real life. You want to talk about flames coming out the exhaust and getting in trouble? I've crashed in real life because of that. Very difficult situation I got put in when I saw flames coming out the exhaust. Not something you want to see coming up off the corner down a straightaway. Al Smith in 2nd, Doug Wysocki in 3rd, the 16 of Paul Henley in 4th. Rounding out your top 5 is still the 413 of Wayne McDuff. As we got 20 laps to go. This final segment cooking down very quickly here. The gap to 5th place is closing. Wayne McDuff can get a full glimpse of that 20 now in his rear view mirror as Justin is closing the gap. We'll see how much brotherly love there is between these two. And just a few more laps, as there is only a few laps left of this race. We go on board with the McDuff machine. See, he's looking to the inside here. Justin gonna scrape that outside wall just a touch. And now, I'm sorry, Wayne scraped that outside wall. Justin now making a move to the inside. He is gonna complete that pass and put the 20 machine into 5th place. AJ Hamill also getting around, so Hamill moves into 6th. Wayne McDuff goes from 5th to 7th. Meanwhile, the race leader, the 61 of Danny Dubuque, still fending off the 96 of Al Smith. Onto the backstretch, Al Smith in hot pursuit of the 61, but Smith so far not really able to make a solid move and put that 61 into a compromising position and make a pass. But Danny Dubuque, longtime Upstate Racing League member, not fazed by the fact that the Upstate Racing League boss is right behind him. Dubuque so far leading every single lap that is out here in this final segment. All-star in his own mind and in his own right. Danny Dubuque so far looking very solid here in this all-star event. These guys, week in, week out, putting on a great show with 11 laps to go here. Now make it 10 as they come across the start-finish line. Fourth place, Doug Wysocki. 5th place, Justin McDuff. 3rd is going to be Paul Henley. We're jumping around the order here a little bit. Henley in that 16 machine found a nice little gap to ride around in with 9 laps to go. Not having too many issues. No pressure in front of him, no pressure behind him. So Paul Henley very solidly in 3rd. Just has to hold on to it for 8 more laps. Will Dravicki, right now he is still in 10th place in that 30 machine. Mike Holtzclaw now in 9th in the 22 as the 69 of Matt Cucker got caught up in that big melee on our first few laps. Has gained some ground and trying to make a pass on the 413 of Wayne McDuff. Looking to the inside here. Wayne's going to let him have the inside lane. And Cucker down the straightaway. Going to complete the pass through 1 and 2 this time. So Matt Cucker moves into 7th place. But your race leader is still the 61 of Danny Dubuque with 5 laps to go. AJ Hamill all over the back bumper of the 20. Sees him making a move to the inside here. Hamill a chase contender. We'll watch him next Thursday night in round 2 of the chase. Trying to find a way around the 20 of Justin McDuff. Every point matters here. Every position is worth 1 point. Matt Cucker in the 69 has closed the gap on these two, but he is quickly running out of time. We are on our final lap here. White flag in the air. Danny Dubuque in the 61 gonna be able to lead every lap of this race so far. 33 of 34 laps led. Can he make it one more time through 3 and 4? Danny Dubuque in the 61, looking at the checkered flag. There it is. Danny Dubuque gonna win segment 3 here in this all-star racing event. Your segment winner is Danny Dubuque. And now we're just gonna wait for the final tally from race control. So while we do that, we're gonna step away and we'll be right back after this, guys. No one go anywhere. We're gonna get a word in with our winner. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have got our final finishing order for tonight's event, and it is going to be Matt Cucker winning the All-Star event, Justin McDuff placing second in it, and AJ Hamill in third. And that means it is time to talk to all three of these guys. So let's start right away with Matt Cucker in the 69. Matt, congratulations on that. Despite having a huge stack up in front of you in this final event, you found a way to pull it off.
Yeah, it was a little scary back there. I mean, I went around and I was waiting for the yellow to come out, and it never did. And we just hung in there and tried to pick up time. And fortunate enough, we were able to pick up enough spots to get the win.
Well, man, congratulations, All-Star winner. You won stage race number 1 last Thursday. Coming up this coming Thursday, you're going to look for a second win in the stage as well. Rolling with a lot of momentum here. What do you got going for you on your side? Where's that horseshoe? What are you eating? Have you like washed your underwear lately or not? What's the deal?
I don't know. It's just the short track racing. It's what I'd love to do. But you don't see me on here doing a lot of the big tracks. I'm always around the short tracks. If it's not in leagues, it's in street stocks that are official and fixed. So I'm always trying to run short tracks. That's all I do, and that's what I feel like I'm best at. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing. And until we get shut down, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do.
All right, Matt. Well, before we let you go, any final shout-outs or thank yous you'd like to give for this spectacular all-star race win event here that you pulled off?
I got to thank Upstate Racing League for putting this all-star race on. I mean, last year I didn't get to make it, but this year I was able to, and it seems pretty fun. I mean, I wish we would have been able to have a little bit more racing without the wrecks, but hey, that's part of it. I got to thank you, MaxSpeedTV, for broadcasting, and yeah, I mean, hey, thank you guys.
All right, that is Matt Cucker, our winner here for tonight's All-Star event. Congratulations to him. But now it's time to move on to our second place finisher in the All-Star event, and that is Justin McDuff in the 20. Justin, tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, it was definitely a little interesting there. The second and third segment, it got a little wild. There's a couple of big wrecks, and congrats to Matt. I mean, he's the bar when it comes to the short track stuff, and he has a golden horseshoe shut up his ass, so it kind of helps him a little bit when he gets in situations like tonight when he ends up around backwards and he still somehow wins. So hats off to him. I feel bad for Sean because I thought he was in a pretty good spot there in that last segment, and I was just trying to battle AJ for third, and then lo and behold, it was a pile up on the backstretch. So it was fun. I wish we had a little more competitors show up tonight because Al puts a lot of work in and stuff, and this was a neat idea, but it was a good night.
Well, that 20 machine finishing second in the All-Star event, golf scoring style for all 3 segments, and you end up second place. A chase contender yourself. What can we expect to see from you next Thursday?
I need to go for wins. I got knocked out during qualifying. I lost connection, and my time would have been second fastest in South Boston, and I got caught up in a wreck there. 2 wrecks, actually, and then it ended my night, so I'm in a big hole. So I'm going to come out, and I'm going to leave it all on the track these next 4 races. So I got to go out and try to score maximum points each week, and it starts Thursday.
All right, Justin, before we let you go, final shout-outs, thank yous?
Yeah, I got to thank Arts Barbershop and the Cerebral Palsy Foundation. I love driving cars with their name, their cause and business on it, and the Empire Racing Team, my teammates. Chris had some bad luck, and he had to leave and stuff, and AJ, he did a good job bringing it home in third. And you guys do a great job. I'm sure you did great tonight, KR, as always, and Al Smith for all the work he does.
All right, that is Justin McDuff, driver of the 20 machine. Now it's time to move on and talk to our third place finisher. That is AJ Hamill in the 18. Mr. Hamill, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right. It was an interesting one. A little challenging administratively, and unfortunately, of course, we got knocked to a different night, so don't have the normal crowd here, but we showed up, we ran some laps, and we had some fun.
That 18 machine looking very stout as usual, finishing third here in this all-star event, chase contender as well. What's it going to take for you to pick up another win here in this chase event, and what kind of momentum have you built with this third place all-star finish?
Well, we'll need Matt to come down with a serious illness of some sort, hopefully not life-threatening. That makes him miss 2 weeks, then maybe got a shot long run. But when it comes to Thursday night, I'm trying to get top 5s and sneak out an interview every now and then. With the competitive nature of this league, I don't know what we're doing Thursday. As you saw, a lot of segment 1 was follow the leader. Of course, the race will be much longer, so there will be some tire management involved. I got to find a way to do that because I did not do a good job of it the first time.
Well, Mr. Hamill, congratulations on this all-star 3rd place finish. Man, we look forward to seeing you next Thursday right here on MaxSpeedTV. Before we let you go, any shout-outs, thank yous?
Sure. Always a good job. Great job by Matt. You know, he's a monster on these tracks. You've watched him long enough to know that. We spend every week trying to figure out what we can do to close the gap. I don't know if I learned anything tonight in that vein. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, he just blew up. Well, that was cool of him. I know he's been trying to do that. What am I doing thanking people? Pretty cool to drive. I drove the Bandit tonight because this race format, which I mean it's been done other places, but it's done every October up in Vermont at my home track. And back in the 80s, this scheme, I don't know if it ever won a milk bowl, but I certainly drove in one. So I thought, hey, let's mix it up and give it a try. And fun to come home on a podium. I tend to finish somewhere on a podium in these segment races. Thanks, Justin. I mean, we battled, we bumped and banged, but you know, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it. Tonight, I ran into him way harder than I wanted to. I actually didn't even want to, but I got into him. I got into Matt a few times, not intentionally, but people aren't quite as angry when you do it in a non-points event. So let's say I learned that. I learned a little bit about moving people out of the way. Maybe that'll come in handy down the road. I got to thank Arts Barbershop. SLC, Al, for putting this on. I know it's an administrative mess and things weren't the smoothest tonight, but we got it done. Shout out to Sean. Too bad he got caught up in that mess with no yellow. Not sure what happened there. Great job by Justin. Another blistering lap by Chris. And I guess I've rambled on enough, so thank you for listening, and I'll see you on Thursday.
All right, that is A.J. Hamill getting it done here in the 18 machine tonight. Congratulations to all of our finishers. This Hamill is going to give a good shunt to the 69 of Matt Cucker. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. This was the Upstate Racing League All-Star event here at Martinsville, and these guys will be returning in full force, the entire league, right here this coming Thursday. Guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed the show, and that is going to wrap it up for us here. Don't forget, tomorrow night as well, we'll be doing the OP Racing League right here for the Glenwood Memorial at Talladega. Make sure you tune in for that. That is Monday, January 28th, starting at about 7:50 p.m. Central, right here on MaxSpeedTV or Twitch at Outlaws77s. Guys, have a good night, and thank you so much for joining me.
The Upstate Racing League hopes you enjoyed this broadcast on MaxSpeedTV, and we thank you for your continued support.